My name is Isabella, and right now I'm staring at my phone while my wedding dress pulls around me like spilled cream on the floor. The screen glows with the message that breaks everything inside me. I can't walk you down the aisle. Lauren's event is too important to miss. I'll try for the reception. My father's words blur as tears flood my eyes. The bridal suite spins slowly, the delicate champagne flutes lined up on the vanity, my veil draped across a nearby chair, my bridesmaids frozen mid-preparation like statues caught in time. The clock on the wall ticks forward mercilessly toward the ceremony. No, I whisper. Then louder. No, no, no. With a strangled cry I hurl the phone across the room. It strikes the wall with a sharp crack and drops to the carpet. Sophie and Emma gasp in perfect unison. Sophie's mascara wand hangs suspended in midair. Emma's mouth forms a perfect little O of shock. Bella, what happened? Emma asks, taking one cautious step toward me. I can't speak. I can barely breathe. The room feels smaller, walls pressing in, my chest squeezing until every heartbeat lands like a hammer against bone. The diamond on my engagement ring feels impossibly heavy, a promise about to be kept while another one shatters completely. The door opens and Claire, our wedding planner, sweeps in with her clipboard and usual brisk efficiency. 3 hours until we line up, ladies, she stops dead, reading the air. What's going on? My father, I manage. The words scrape my throat raw. He's not coming. Not coming. Claire's polished comb flickers for the first time. But the ceremony, we built the whole timeline around him walking you down the aisle. Well, he's not. My voice sounds strange, brittle and aged. My sister's event is apparently more important than my wedding day. The sentence hangs there, heavier when spoken out loud. A memory surfaces without permission, standing beside my mother's casket 17 years ago, 13-year-old fingers clutching my father's hand while black-clad mourners drifted past like shadows. I'll always be there for the important moments, Bella, he'd promised, voice thick with grief. You and I, we are a team now. What a perfect, beautiful lie. 9 months ago when Noah and I chose our date, Dad had seemed truly happy. We sat at his kitchen table surrounded by wedding magazines. He laid his hand over mine. Nothing would make me prouder than walking you down the aisle, he said, eyes crinkling at the corners. For once I believed him. Then 3 months ago Lauren announced her big career celebration, same day. Just bad timing, Dad said over Sunday dinner, nudging peace around his plate. We'll work it out. The ceremony's at 4, I reminded him. Her event isn't until 7. You can make both. He hedged about the drive, 45 minutes. I reminded him again, this is my wedding day. He squeezed my fingers. Of course I'll be there, sweetheart. We'll make it work. 2 weeks later, traffic might be bad. Then, Lauren really needs family support for this promotion. Last week, not sure about the timing. Each time I reassured him, rearranged what I could, even offered to send a car. Anything to have my father walk me down the aisle. And now, 3 hours before I marry the love of my life, he sends one cold text. A text. We need to move forward, Claire says gently. Is there someone else who could walk you? An uncle maybe. Or would you prefer to walk alone? Alone. The word echoes inside my skull. My phone rings from the carpet. Sophie picks it up silently and hands it over. Uncle Lucas's name glows on the screen, my father's older brother, the one who never missed a single recital, graduation, or quiet milestone. I answer with shaking fingers. Bella. His voice is warm, already worried. Your father just called me. Words fail. I don't know what to say, sweetheart. A sob escapes before I can stop it. He's not coming, Uncle Lucas. I know. Anger simmers just beneath his calm. And I'm so sorry. I close my eyes, tears carve tracks through my makeup. I don't know what to do. Silence holds only a second before he clears his throat. Would you allow me the honor of walking you down the aisle? Something inside my chest cracks and bends at once. You'd do that? In a heartbeat. His voice catches. I'll be there in 20 minutes, Bella. Don't worry about a thing. I end the call and look up into the circle of concerned faces. Something shifts. Maybe family isn't always blood. Maybe it's whoever shows up when everything else falls apart. My Uncle Lucas is coming, I announce, standing straighter. He'll walk me down the aisle. And somehow, despite the wreckage of the morning, I know I'll be okay. Uncle Lucas's offer wraps around me like the softest blanket. I stand taller, a small spark of hope flickers back to life in my chest. The wedding dress rustles as Sophie and Emma exhale in shared relief. He'll be here in 20 minutes, I say, voice steadier now. Sophie steps closer, phone in hand, mascara one long forgotten. Bella, there's something you need to see. The hesitation in her tone twists my stomach. What is it? She holds out her phone. The screen shows a text thread with my sister, sent by mistake last month. Lauren, Dad's still wavering about the wedding. Keeps saying he'll make it work. Sophie, he promised Bella though, right? Lauren, don't worry. I know how to keep Dad with me on her wedding day. Already working on it. Sophie, Lauren, that's terrible. It's her wedding. Lauren, oops, wrong Sophie. Delete this. Not for bridal party. The room tilts. I sink onto the vanity stool, the words blur. I should have shown you sooner, Sophie whispers. I just couldn't believe she'd actually sabotage my wedding day. The words taste hollow coming out of my mouth. I can believe it. Another memory surfaces, 4 years ago at MIT, standing on stage accepting the National Computer Science Scholarship, scanning the crowd for my father's face. He'd promised. Texted that morning, on my way. He never appeared. Later he apologized, work emergency, he said. Months afterward his assistant let slip the truth. Lauren called, claiming I'd asked to reschedule because I was too nervous to have him there. The pattern reaches back 17 years to the weeks after Mom died. I was 13, lost. Lauren, 16, stepped in as lady of the house, organizing dinners, managing Dad's schedule, quietly building walls between us. She's been doing this for years, I murmur, mostly to myself. And he lets her. Emma wraps an arm around my shoulders. Your dad is an idiot. Your sister is worse. A knock. Claire peeks in. Mrs. Eleanor Carter is here. She's asking if she can see you. I nod, wiping tears quickly. Eleanor enters, elegant in pale blue, eyes widening at my face. Oh, Isabella. She crosses the room and takes both my hands. Lucas called me. I'm so sorry. Her kindness nearly undoes me again. Since Noah introduced us 2 years ago, Eleanor has given me more gentle, maternal care than I've known since Mom. I don't understand why he'd do this, I confess. Eleanor sits beside me on the small love seat, still holding my hands. When I was 28, my father refused to come to my wedding with Thomas. He didn't approve of our interfaith marriage. All pain echoes in her voice. I waited until the last second, hoping. He never came. For years I kept rearranging holidays, making excuses for his absence at birthdays. Her fingers tighten. This isn't only about today, Isabella. It's about whether you let them keep breaking your heart for the rest of your life. The truth hits like weight on my chest. How many times had I shifted my own milestones for Dad? How often swallowed disappointment when he cancelled last minute for Lawrence, more important things. I remember my first dinner at the Carters, Thomas pulling out my chair, Eleanor remembering my favorite dessert from one offhand comment months earlier, the whole family welcoming me with real warmth. I've been chasing his approval my whole life, I whisper. And what has it gotten you? Eleanor asks softly. Heartbreak. Disappointment. I straighten. Something firm takes root inside. I won't let his absence ruin the happiest day of my life. The clock shows 7 minutes until we should start. 7 minutes to choose, a story of abandonment, or happiness claimed anyway. Lucas will be here any minute, Eleanor says, standing. Shall I help fix your makeup? My phone buzzes, text from Noah. Whatever you need today, I'm here. Even if that means waiting. I love you. Fresh tears come, but these feel different, gratitude for the family I'm joining, for the man who sees me clearly. I don't want to wait, I tell Eleanor. This day isn't about who isn't here. It's about Noah and me and the people who chose to show up. Sophie and Emma exchange relieved glances. Claire nods, already adjusting her tablet timeline. Have you ever had to choose between your happiness and family expectations? I ask Eleanor as she gently dabs concealer under my eyes. Many times, she answers, smile sad and wise. The day I stopped trying to earn my father's love was the day I truly began to live. 10 minutes later the door opens. Uncle Lucas stands there, slightly out of breath, tuxedo hastily donned, eyes finding mine with so much love my heart swells. In that instant I understand, family isn't only blood. It's who stands beside you when the world collapses. I rise and smooth my dress, ready to walk forward instead of clinging to pain. An hour later the room empties except for my makeup artist touching up my face. My phone vibrates, James's name flashes. I hesitate, then answer. Isabella. His voice crackles. You're making this difficult for everyone by refusing to reschedule. Lauren worked hard for this promotion. My throat closes. Dad, we set this date 9 months ago. And Lauren's event matters too. Why must you make me choose? The brush pauses near my cheek. I didn't make you choose, I whisper, voice cracking. You did that yourself. I end the call before I shatter completely. The makeup artist silently passes a tissue. A soft knock. Uncle Lucas enters holding a small velvet box. I nod. He crosses the room in 3 strides and pulls me into a hug. Look at you, he says, stepping back. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for everything. I love you. The words feel too small for the gratitude inside me. Nothing could have kept me away. I love you too, sweetheart. His eyes crinkle. I brought something. He opens the box, pearls with a delicate silver clasp glow against black velvet. These were my mother's. She wore them at her wedding in 1952. I've kept them safe, waiting. My fingers hover. Uncle Lucas, I couldn't. You can and you will. She would have wanted you to have them. Your real family, Isabella. Sophie steps in. Let me help. She fastens the clasp. The door opens again. Thomas pokes his head in. Lucas, here's the boutonniere you asked for. The men share a quiet, understanding glance. Thomas pats Lucas's shoulder, turns to me. Isabella, everything's ready when you are. Noah's nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof. I smile despite everything. I just need a few minutes with my niece, Lucas says. Thomas squeezes my hand and leaves. Bridesmaids file out until only Lucas and I remain. Isabella, he guides me to sit. I need to tell you something. He sits close, hands clasped. When I graduated college, my father refused to come. Wanted me in the family business. I chose teaching, he saw betrayal. His gaze drifts. I waited, scanning faces. He never showed. My heart aches for younger him. I'm so sorry. Some men realize what matters too late. We lost years. But I never forgot who did show up, my mother, wearing these pearls. She said she was twice as proud to make up for him. Claire appears. We need to practice the walk before guests arrive. Lucas stands, offers his arm. Shall we? In the empty chapel, sunlight pours through stained glass, painting rainbows on the aisle. The photographer adjusts for new first look shots with Lucas instead of James. Claire demonstrates pace. Lucas and I walk. Each step strengthens something between us, quiet understanding growing. After the third run, we pause at the altar. Tears I fought all day spill. What's wrong, sweetheart? I'm afraid, when I look back, all I'll remember is who wasn't here. Lucas takes my hands. Then let's give you something beautiful instead. He pulls a handkerchief from his pocket, embroidered LMP. Your mother's. He nods. Linda Marie Parker. She gave it to me before she passed. Said you might need it someday. I press it to my cheek. Faint lavender drifts up, like a message across time. Uncle Lucas, I don't know how to thank you. You don't need to. Family shows up. That's it. Guests begin arriving behind us, soft murmurs filling pews. Almost time, Claire announces. Lucas straightens his tie. One question before we do this. What? Would your mother have approved of Noah? The answer is instant. She would have loved him. Then she's here too, he says simply. In the pearls, the handkerchief, your heart. People who truly love us never really leave. I stand taller, pearls cool against my skin, handkerchief tucked close. I'm ready, I tell him. For the first time today, it's true. Lucas offers his arm again. Let's make memories worth keeping. We position ourselves behind closed doors, waiting for music. 2 hours of final preparations pass. I count minutes until the start. Through draped windows I glimpse guests settling into white chairs on the lawn, summer colors bright against green. Lucas steps into view. Are you ready? The question holds everything. Ready to walk without my father. Ready to accept this new circle forming around me. I touch the pearls. I am. He stands tall in his tuxedo, breathless. Arrival 2 hours ago now feels fated. Your mother would be so proud, he says, voice catching. And James, he made his choice. String quartet shifts, 5 minutes. Bridesmaids collect bouquets, line up as practiced. Sophie squeezes my arm as she passes. You look radiant. No one will think about who isn't here. But some will. Empty chairs carry weight. Claire appears. Everyone seated. Noah's at the altar. She studies me. You good? I nod, truthfully. Doors open. Bridesmaids glide down the path one by one. Then just Lucas and me. He offers his arm. I've never been more honored in my life, sweetheart. Eyes shine. Music becomes the wedding march. We step out into brilliant sunshine. Guests rise. White rose petals flutter in the breeze along the aisle. Each step feels huge. Each breath deliberate. Lucas's arm steady beneath my hand, pace matched perfectly. Halfway down I see Noah. His eyes lock on mine, tears stream freely down his face. Not pity. Gratitude. Pure and bright. Beside him Eleanor and Thomas beam with pride. Eleanor nods encouragement, she arrived early, helped with makeup and hair. We reach the altar. Lucas turns to me. His familiar aftershave wraps me like childhood memory. With all the love of family, chosen and given, he says, placing my hand in Noah's. The officiant steps forward. Welcome, beloved friends and family. We gather to witness Isabella and Noah in marriage. She pauses, gaze warm. I want to acknowledge Lucas's special role today. Some bonds are blood. Others choice. Both can be sacred. Murmurs of agreement ripple. A few of James's relatives shift uncomfortably. Let them. This belongs to those present. The ceremony flows like dream, vows, rings, the kiss full of promise. Lucas stands nearby, quiet support. Later at the reception the DJ's voice rings out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Noah Carter, escorted by their beloved Uncle Lucas. We enter to roaring applause, Lucas's hand light at my back. Twinkle lights and flowers canopy the dance floor. When father-daughter dance time arrives, dread flickers, another missing tradition. But Lucas steps forward, hand offered. Just for a minute, he says, then your husband takes over. We sway to, what a wonderful world. His formal stance softens. Tension I carried all day melts. Thank you, I whisper. No thanks needed among family, sweetheart. Noah cuts in smoothly, spinning me away. Over his shoulder I see commotion at the entrance. My father stands in the doorway, suit ill-fitting, eyes anxious. He came after all. Too late, I murmur, no anger left. Just clarity. Some moments don't return. James lingers at the edge, watching celebration without him. I feel no urge to fix it for him. Lucas approaches him quietly, I turn away, focusing on Noah's steady hands. You okay? Noah asks. I think I am. Or I will be. Music swells. I choose to dance. Half an hour later silverware chimes on glass. Laughter quiets. Noah stands, flute raised, eyes finding mine across smiling faces. A tap on my shoulder. Isabella. James's voice cuts through. I turn slowly. Hair disheveled, tie crooked, like he rushed. You made it, I say flatly. Traffic was brutal. Vague wave toward door. I tried calling. I was getting married. His eyes sweep the room, centerpieces, lights, joy everywhere he missed. You could have made this easier. Push the ceremony back an hour. Made what easier, Dad? Your choice. Before he answers, Cousin Ryan appears. Sorry to interrupt, he says, not sorry. He holds out his phone. Thought you both should see this. Group chat with Lauren and friends. Heading to Murphy's for drinks. Dad skipped Isabella's wedding for this, so show up. Photos, Lauren and 15 people, cocktails raised. Timestamp 4:30 p.m. Mid-ceremony. She said 7 at first, Ryan explains. Changed it to block him. My voice barely rises. That was her career event. Ryan swipes, screenshot. Lauren to Jen, Dad will have to choose. I'll make sure he chooses me. Air rushes from my lungs. She changed times 3 times, Ryan says, showing calendar invites, each shift matching our venue date adjustments last month. I look at James. Color drains from his face, leaving ash. James, Lucas approaches, champagne in hand. Didn't know you made it. James stares at the phone, evidence of manipulation. I didn't realize you would have what? I asked. Shown up. Kept your promise. Been there when it mattered. Hates turn. Conversations stop. James straightens. I want to apologize, he announces loudly. Guests shift awkwardly. Not here, I say firmly. Not now. But I need to explain, no. Stronger than I expect. You started looking for excuses 2 weeks ago. Now I'm making mine. Invisible threads binding me to his approval snap. Painful. Freeing. Isabella, his voice breaks. Enjoy the reception, Dad. I walk back to Noah and his parents. Eleanor squeezes my hand. You alright? Yes. Surprisingly, yes. From the corner of my eye I watch Lucas guide James away from the center, hand on elbow, soft words. She deserves this day without more drama, Lucas says as they pass. Talk tomorrow. James's shoulders slump, he looks small, not the towering figure I chased approval from for 17 years, just a man facing consequences. Noah's hand finds mine under the table. You okay? Better than okay. The DJ calls another dance. Noah leads me out. I catch James watching from the edge, Lucas standing guard. His pain is real, but so was mine reading his text this morning. Some wounds need air. Some truths need saying before new roots grow. Tomorrow will bring hard talks, maybe slow rebuilding. Tonight belongs to chosen family, who showed up. As Noah pulls me close I realize, walking away isn't always ending. Sometimes it's the beginning of better. A year later autumn light pours through bay windows at Eleanor and Thomas's home, our first anniversary celebration. I adjust a white rose corsage on my wrist, hand smoothing over the gentle swell of my belly. To Isabella and Noah, Eleanor raises her glass. 1 year married, lifetime of joy ahead. Glasses clink. I sip sparkling cider, Noah's arm tightens around me. Happy anniversary, Mrs. Carter, he whispers, lips brushing my ear. Thomas opens a photo album. Thought you'd like to see how much family we fit into 1 year. Pages turn, Thanksgiving crowded around this table, Christmas with Lucas teaching Noah to carve ham, Easter with me showing James where the good plates are kept. Each photo expands what family means. Remember when James nearly set the grill on fire on the 4th? Thomas chuckles. I nod. James arrived with store-bought salad and too many apologies. Monthly dinners began small, coffee, then real meals. Each one rebuilding something fragile. Has Lauren called? Eleanor asks carefully. Not since Florida. She sent a card when we announced a pregnancy. That's something. Lucas clears his throat from the armchair. Lines deeper around his eyes, smile steady. I have something for you both. He hands over a tissue-wrapped package. I unwrap, a delicate cream baby blanket, hand-knitted. Alice made it before she passed, Lucas says thickly. For the next generation. Seems the time came. I traced a pattern, legacy of a woman I never met touching me now. It's beautiful. Doorbell. Ethan returns with James. James stands awkward in doorway, holding weathered photo album. Sorry I'm late. Bridge traffic. Old excuse, once it would twist my heart. Today I nod. We are looking at photos. Join us. He settles on sofa edge, opens album. Found these yesterday. Thought you might want them. Photos I've never seen, mom pregnant with me, hand on belly like mine now. I'm sorry I wasn't there when it mattered most, he says quietly. Can't change past. But I'd like to be here for your future. For my granddaughters. No instant forgiveness promised, but I take his hand. One day at a time. Later we gather for group photo, me between Noah's steady presence and Lucas's gentle guidance, James hesitantly joining the circle. Hand on my belly, feeling faint flutter, maybe kick, maybe hope. Our daughter will know real family loyalty, I tell Noah as Eleanor sets camera timer. Shutter clicks, capturing redefined family, blood, choice, promises kept. I've learned family isn't only who raised you. It's who shows up when it matters most. And sometimes, if lucky, who gets a second chance to prove it.